Welcome to Cross Border, the gateway to a world of opportunities and connections for migrant workers in Singapore who are new to this country and its cultural lifestyle. Firstly, I will demo the app as a new user. A user enters the app from the landing page by pressing the Get Started button. Upon entry, he is taken to the login page. New users can instead register for a new account by clicking on the sign up link. Here, the user must enter a unique username and a sufficiently strong password. The app has robust error handling through toast notifications. We cannot submit empty fields. For security, the user must use a strong enough password as visually indicated by the password meter here. Also, the password and the confirm password fields should match. We also cannot reuse a username which is already in use by another user. Upon clicking sign up, the user must enter a unique phone number that is not already registered with any other account. The app ensures that only valid phone numbers can be entered. Upon clicking send code via SMS, an OTP message will be sent to the phone number entered. We'll also have to complete the eCAPTCHA because our app is protected by reCAPTCHA. The OTP must be keyed in within a minute. If the wrong OTP is entered or the timer expires, then the user can choose to resend the OTP. Upon clicking Verify OTP, the user will be prompted to enter their profile details like full name, profession, nationality, and choosing their security question, etc. This form also has robust error handling. For example, if the user tries to submit their form without filling out all the mandatory fields, it doesn't let them proceed and asks them to fill all the valid inputs. He is also constrained to enter a valid Singaporean 6-digit postal code. The user also must enter a security question and answer for added security in case they lose their login credentials in the future. Upon clicking Create Account, the new user's profile is finally created and they are optionally prompted to upload a profile picture. After this last step, they are finally authenticated to access all the user features that the app offers through the dashboard of the app. Firstly, the user may wish to explore the currency conversion feature. The special characteristic of the entire app is that all the features are customized according to the user's nationality that they had entered in their profile. Thus, by default, for our user Arvind, the conversion is set to be from Singapore dollars to Indian rupees as this user is Indian. This feature ensures that the user only enters a valid positive decimal value as an amount. It also does not allow non-number inputs by default. Upon clicking Convert after entering a proper value, the real-time exchange rate between Singapore dollars and Indian rupees is fetched from the currency converter API, and the business logic of the app calculates the converted amount in INR as displayed here. The user can also choose to toggle the currencies. Going back to the dashboard, the user can explore navigation feature next. The user must enter a valid start and end location first. The autocomplete feature makes it seamless. Upon clicking Find Route, the app logic fetches and displays the cheapest route between the locations via public transport on the map. Additionally, the trip details and distances are also shown. The Google Places API ensures that these are real-time. However, users cannot choose the same start and end locations, as this will give them an error. Users can also choose to input current location as the start address, which is then tracked using the geolocation API. Also, routes are not shown if the location is outside of Singapore or Malaysia. Going back to the dashboard, the user may want to find some essential amenities located nearby, like MRTs, bus stops, eateries, hospitals, etc. If the user forgets to choose an amenity type, a toast notification error shows up. Here again, everything is customized, like Indian eateries and Indian shops. The user may want to find the nearest hospitals from the place where he currently is. Thus, he chooses the radio button and clicks on Find Amenities. The nearest hospitals are marked on the map, and all its details are fetched and displayed below. The details are comprehensive, like opening hours, thumbnail, reviews, ratings, distance, etc. Similarly, he can also check out the nearest Indian eateries. Furthermore, the user is also informed if there are no amenities nearby. If there's a possibility that there are no amenities nearby, like when we tried it in our university, as the minimum distance is 500 meters and there's no MRT within 500 meters to our university, NTU. Going back, the user may also wish to read up on some recent news. This feature shows news from the entire world, Singapore, or it's also customized to the user's home country. The user can select different locations from the drop-down menu, and the app filters the results fetched from the news API accordingly. The news shown is real-time, with the most trending news highlighted at the top here. The user can seamlessly scroll down to view many articles and their summaries. Clicking on any article that interests them redirects the user to its respective websites, and they can read the full article. Next, coming up to the most important attraction of our app, the Mitra AI chatbot that can smoothly answer any queries that the user may have and the user is prompted to enter their query, and they will get well-informed answers from the Gemini API. For example, what is the price of a phone in Little India? In fact, they can have an entire conversation with this bot and get more information about the phone. For example, is it good quality? Because these are migrant workers who are trying to buy products on a minimal budget. So they would definitely consider quality as a very important measure of what they're trying to buy. Furthermore, they can also choose to clear their chat history. They can also benefit from the powerful Gemini Pro vision model and give image inputs. This may be useful if they don't understand what a certain signboard means, like the MRT sign here. The bot will then give an accurate description of the image. Furthermore, if they forget to upload an image, they are reminded to enter one. Coming back to the dashboard, after exploring all the features of our app, the user can then choose to log out and come back later. Our web app also has a seamless login flow for returning users. Users are not authenticated until they enter valid credentials. This time, let me demo as a Chinese user who already has an account on this app. Upon clicking sign in, the user must then verify the registered phone number, which is taken from the database itself, instead of asking the user to key it again. Upon entering the correct OTP, the user can then reach the dashboard. Thus, this two-factor authentication helps make our app extra secure. Since one of the main value propositions of our app lies in its unique personalization to the user's nationality, I would like to emphasize that again. Going back into the currency feature, we now see that by default, the conversion is set to be from SGD to yuan as the user is Chinese. Similarly, the amenities feature now looks for Chinese shops and eateries. The news viewer also shows Chinese news. This especially helps the user to feel at home even in Singapore. The user can also choose to edit their profile details by clicking on their profile picture on the dashboard. They can choose to remove or change their picture and change their name, address, etc. However, they are prevented from keeping any mandatory field empty. Upon clicking save, the new profile details get saved and the new details are getting reflected as seen here. To change more sensitive information, like the password and phone number, however, the user must go into the settings menu. The phone number can be changed into a different valid phone number. However, the user is alerted if the new number is either invalid or if it is already registered with another account. But it can be conveniently changed to any new valid phone number like here. Next, for changing the password, the user must first verify themselves by entering their old password. If it is incorrect, they are not allowed to change the password. This ensures a high level of security in the app. Upon validating, they can set a new password that is strong enough, as visually indicated by our password strength meter. It should also not be the same as their old password. So they should set a unique password now. Thus, the password is changed. The user can also choose to read through the help manual of the app to learn more about what all features we have to offer. Furthermore, the terms and conditions document underscores our commitment to transparency and alignment with privacy rules. The edit profile option can also be accessed through the settings. Now, let's log out the user and see what happens if the user has forgotten his login credentials. In such a scenario, they can click the Forget Password button, which prompts them to log in using their registered phone number instead. Incorrect phone numbers that are not registered with any valid account are not allowed to log in. If a number is already associated with an existing account in the database, it is OTP verified, and the user is asked a security question that they had set in their profile. If the answer to the security question is incorrect, the user is not allowed to log in and is given a retry. Only upon entering the correct answer, the user gets authenticated and is finally prompted to reset their password. Upon successful reset, the user is logged in and can access the dashboard again. Thus, this concludes the live demo of our